And welcome to the Root Dog Show. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rudy Reyes. Look, everything is glowing here today. I'm glowing. The computer is glowing. The LED lights are glowing. But nobody's glowing more than my next guest, who she has such a glamorous lifestyle. Okay, so maybe glamorous could be used in the 1980s. Or, no. Anyway. This is interesting because I've been trying to get this lady on. She is a fantastic lady, former wrestler. And I'm not talking UFC. I'm talking where it all started, where it all came from. There was a group of ladies back in the 80s. Yes, I'm now dating myself. And in the 80s, she's chuckling. And in the 80s, I watched it. I'll be honest with you. I watched it. It was a guilty pleasure. But I didn't really stick to it. I was looking more for like MacGyver and even reruns of Quincy, Dr. Quincy or what have you. And I thought to myself, okay, so out of sight, out of mind, lo and behold, we connected on LinkedIn, and it's been a busy ride for her ever since. Welcome to the Rude Dog Show, the one, the only, and you can follow her at Glow Sunny Girl on Twitter. Patricia Summerland. Patricia, welcome to the show. How are you? We seem to have a...
Hi, I'm doing great. And it is gorgeous today and sunny and glamorous. We were all different sizes, shapes, and it's great. And I was the dingy blonde back then, if everybody remembers.
Well, you're not blonde now. Got to turn back the clock, I guess. Yeah, I don't have any hair, so I'm kind of stuck on...
Thank God. That's my
See that?
Back to you. That means my head is not getting back in the back, or the turnbuckle, or wall.
Well, good. So if you don't have any hair, then it's not gonna hurt all that well. Yeah, I have a bad connection. So anyway.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. So, look, Patricia Summerland, a.k.a. Sunny Girl, had a very...
California girl.
Of course, the word sunny, right? Sunny California, sunny glow. It kind of rolls all together. Today is a very warm day in Southern California, which is where you're at, Patricia. You're a California native. And
I sure am.
And
I'm raised in Los Angeles.
Well, there you go.
LA.
DTLA. I was just there, as you probably already knew this. We're going to touch on this. Everybody's noticing I'm wearing a Steelers shirt. Yeah, I'm a Steelers fan, but I'm a California guy to the bone. I was just downtown LA at the Microsoft Theater attending the 2017 ESPYs. And everybody knows. I know you've heard me talk about, I know it gets maybe a little bit on the old side, but you know what? Nothing could get old. I would do it again today if I was asked. I'm just throwing that out there. But everything's glowing today. I'm glowing. Can you see? Can you see? I guess I'm glowing. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm. maybe it's the glow of my head. I don't know. But right now you have some things going on. What do you have going on right now? I know that you're trying to keep the glow alive and keep Netflix glowing. I know I'm really focusing on that. But what are you doing right now to help keep that glow amidst on Netflix?
Well, actually, Glow was out in the first season of Netflix. Just let me put this out there. It's to pay homage to us OGs, our original Glow girls. I watched it. None of us are in it. If you watch the series, you're going to go, okay, wait a minute. Where are the Glow girls? We're not in it. Ursula, who owns the trademark Glow, had a script. She took it to Netflix, and boom, there it is. So, are we kind of thin? Maybe. Are we kind of upset? Yeah, we were in the beginning. But guess what? It's bringing all of the Glow ladies to the forefront because of this Glow Netflix, which is not a family show, by the way. And we were a family show. You remember, half of our audience was children because we were superheroes to these children and the families. My character and many of the other, Mountain Fiji, Matilda the Hun. This show, You may hear my cats, by the way, in the background, because they're chiming in. They're like, we don't like this Netflix either. But you know what? As far as the show, if I remove myself from the actual show and say, okay, this is not me in this series or the other girls, I can enjoy it. I can actually say, hey, it's not a bad show. It's kind of edgy. I disagree with all the drugs flowing because we didn't do drugs. And you know, in any sport, that's a no-go. You don't do drugs, especially the director doesn't give it to you, or the coach. The coach is not like, here, come over here and do a line with us. And that's not the way it was in Glow. We would be fired. We wouldn't have a career. So that show is fiction. Just so everybody knows, it's fiction. And thank you, everyone. Kinji Cohen, I mean, awesome producer. All the producers on it. Little ladies, wonderful. Good for them. Season 2 coming out. It's a hit. So guess what? We're only soaring. So Afterglow is in the house. That's our brand. That's Roxy After, but you got to have Roxy on your show.
I will.
So talk about the Afterglow Fan Party Cruise. That's our fan cruise. That's where people love it. And they get to hang out with us. Their favorite character of Love, you know.
Nice. Who doesn't want to do that?
Right?
Who doesn't want to do that? Everybody has a favorite, right? If you go to your Thrifties market, now known as Rite Aid, of course, Thrifties, I'm dating myself again. And when you go in there, you have all these different flavors.
All the time.
But that was the best, though. That was the best. You go in, you get your scoop, you're satisfied for maybe a couple hours. If it's right around the corner from your house, you go back for more. You know, Glow was similar in that. You were talking about girls looking up to Glow, looking up to all the characters, looking up to you guys. I think there was, I don't think there was enough conversation in regards to Glow in itself. And of course, back in the 80s, all of these, these parents think this is cheesy, but the kids loved it and they kept watching it over and over and over again. And I think that's one of the reasons, on top of that script being taken to Netflix, as to why to bring back the reality of it, to really, minus the drugs and the lines and the PEDs and things of that nature. Of course, that's all just movie script.
Which didn't exist. You know, we had the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas. There was nothing grungy about Glow. The Glow show was hee-haw meets laughing and pro wrestling. And that was it. I mean, there were serious injuries. There was no fake in that. Yes, you kind of knew who was going to win and lose, of course. But our characters were larger than life. We changed many lives. 30 years later, we have a huge base. A fan base that's bigger than most shows. It's carried on. And that's what's cool, because that's unheard of. We have people that are coming out like, I used to watch when I was little and you changed my life and I couldn't come out and, out of the closet or whatever. We have a whole LGBT community that loves us. Now, that we gave them the empowerment to be who they are. Transgender. In the sports world, where women think that they can't do anything in the sports world, we've actually showed these girls they can. They can get in and they can kick butt. Just like UFC. I mean, look at Ronda Rousey. She's crossing over. It's a crossover. Wrestling, UFC. I love boxing now, but wrestling is my first and foremost, of course. But
that's a whole nother conversation when you're talking about. But women treaded the way in today's UFC. It's just, that's the fact. It's the truth. It is what it is. But more importantly, it got its start in Glow. It really, truly did. There was no other show before Glow to help anybody know what it's like to be in a wrestling match. If you're a female, if you're a guy, of course there was. You're in it all the time. You had WWE with Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan and The Warrior and there's a plethora. The list goes on and on and on. I believe Glow was missed back in those days, and the reason why I say missed is because they didn't understand that there was a serious reality to Glow than there was versus the WWE, or at least at that time the WWF.
WWF. And we were bigger. We soared. Our ratings were on twice a day. We were nationwide. By the way, we still are internationally. We are still showing internationally 30 years later. That is awesome.
That's amazing.
They hated us.
Yeah.
And I was Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan's female counterpart.
Right.
His gimmick and my gimmick were the same.
Was a serious personification.
Yeah. We used to train together in Iserman. He used to pump up, go tan, and it was all in his contract like it was mine. I had to tan. I had to keep my hair blonde in those tanning boots. Boy, that killed me. But
Yeah.
I loved the summer, so that was me.
It's fantastic. It was all you.
Yeah. That was me. I didn't have to change much there. I sang before I came to Glow, so the character of the knock-knock jokes, when I go into the ring to piss off my opponent, I would sing those knock-knock jokes. And I'm like, I told the director, I go, really? I have to sing a knock-knock joke? How am I going to do that? But I did. I pulled it off, and just to make them mad to attack me, you know.
Well, you got to start somewhere. I mean, how can you start controversy? You're sitting there in the corner with your hands in your lap, with your eyes pointed towards the ground. You have to be able to bring something to the plate, and you did while you were part of Glow. When you look at where the Netflix script is written, I know you had stated some type of contest in regards to some of the untruths about it, but when you look at the truths about the show, what is it about the show itself that helps keep your memories alive and that they're able to show this and share with millions of other people across the world?
I think they're showing, I'd like to say they were showing some of the difficulties in the show, the sisterhood that we have, because there were 36 of us girls in third and fourth season. I was a third and fourth season girl. Before me, first season, second was the California doll. She had the smiley face. So the third and fourth season, I think when we went in, we had military training. We had 6 weeks of grueling training. They didn't really show that in Netflix. They didn't show so much of the grueling day-by-day painstaking stuff that we had to go through. It was brutal. Military push-ups. You know, we had to run the tires. We had our arms over our heads. We had to run. We went through trampoline training at the gymnasium. We hit the boxing, glove. We had to go. And God, that's when I fractured my wrist going in. Because I didn't know. I wanted to be tough, and I went straight into the punching bag. And boom, that was it. I had a cast going into it. My tag team partner was Queenie, the beauty queen. She was ousted because she froze up in a monkey toss. At the beginning of our training, when Anushka was training her, taking her over in the turnbuckle, had her foot in her stomach, a monkey toss, you take over your toss. She froze up, and her collarbone popped out.
Ouch.
Literally.
Ouch.
So she was sent home. So Sunny was solo until she wrestled with Sunny and Cher.
Sunny Solo, Sunny and Cher. Try to say that 10 times fast. Seashells over the seashore. I don't even know how it goes. Anyway, you talk about shoulder blade, and I had that happen to me. I broke my shoulder blade. I remember how old I was. I was about 9 or 10. I'm rolling down a hill at a park here in Southern California somewhere. I was rolling down the hill, and there was a rock that protruded from the ground. So I rolled over and broke my collarbone. I literally broke it, and when I got up, I said, okay, ouch, I got to go get that done. Anyway, so the collarbone, it does. It hurts extremely bad. I remember it was excruciating. But what's interesting about when you look at injuries, how untimely they are, you enter the ring with a cast, things of that nature. How was it, I mean, as far as the recovery process for you, and I know it wasn't anything that you felt could be long-term. You really just healed up, got back in it. Was it like a cold fish kind of start getting back into it, or was it still rhythmic for you?
No, you have to, because there was no delay time. Matt didn't give us any time off. For instance, on tour, I was in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I'm wrestling BC, the Road Warrior, and I got BC a lot. So on tour, we had the same match, okay, every Coliseum we perform. So I'm in a pile driver. They don't do pile drivers anymore, but she had me in a pile driver upside down. It was a split second. My hand didn't hit the mat, my neck did, and I blacked out. They thought I broke my neck. It was bad. It was a bad hit. But thank God I landed and just torqued my neck just enough, I would have been dead. I blacked out. The paramedics took me out of the Coliseum. I think we had like 20, 30, 40,000 people in Biloxi because we're performing live. The paramedics come in and take me out the stretcher, and all I hear is they're chanting, Sonny, Sonny, are you okay? You know, is he okay? And all this. there was news cameras, so I made Biloxi, Mississippi news, of course. I wake up in emergency and all these paramedics are on there like, I hope it's worth it for this injury. Do you make a lot? And I'm like, only if you knew. Because in the 80s, female wrestlers didn't make a heck of a lot.
No.
Now, the benefit is that we're on TV. The benefit now is that we're huge. And we were huge all the way through, but we just didn't know it until the fans brought us back. Social media brought us back. After Glow, I realized I had a huge following because I started a show called Battling Beauty on the Strip, which was amazing, where I headlined at Billboard, trained 12 girls. And Benny, our referee from Glow, you may have met, remember our awesome referee, built a ring, and I trained these girls, but this was in oil, pro wrestling in oil. How about that? That was tough.
Oh.
None of that rolling around, mud wrestling.
Talk about not getting a grip.
This was straight pro wrestling.
There's no grip you can get. There's no grip. Lucky it wasn't snake oil or something.
Yeah, calling back, it's called Battling, my show. We booked in headlines. That lasted for like 4 months. And then I went on to other things. I modeled the Coach Straw, I represented the NFL, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, Rams, Raiders. So then my life became football. And I was there at all the live radio remotes and had to watch football games from beginning to end. And all I always say is like, why did they pat each other on the butt? I didn't get that back then. But I love it. I love, sports is my life.
Well, you have football now. Football's back. Football is now 2 times as back in Los Angeles, as you know. You had San Diego Chargers, now the LA Chargers, and you have the LA Rams, both occupying 2 separate facilities. San Diego is having a stadium built for them, and obviously the Rams will eventually merge into one stadium to play. One's the AFC, one's the NFC, is a perfect pairing.
Yes.
I had this debate on social media, talking about social media being a very powerful tool, and it is. It really is. And for it to bring back Glow as this powerhouse and now on Netflix, which is watched by everybody, I'll be honest, I watch it myself. But when you look at football being back in Los Angeles, what does that mean to have now 2 teams in LA, whereas there was no teams in LA just 2 years ago? What does that mean to you, and will you be attending any of it? Yes,
I will. I think it's awesome. Again, I love the Rams. I represented the Rams, even when they weren't so good. So, New England Patriots is my fave, and I always went with that. I know, everyone's going, boo, boo, Tom Brady, but hey, I like my New England, okay? San Diego Chargers, I think it's awesome. Those guys are good, too. I have some friends that play. But my number one sport is, guess what? And you probably see the hat that I usually wear on social media. There's only one hat that I sport proudly, and that's my LA Kings.
You can't really go wrong with the Kings. I mean, they did fall short and didn't really play as long as they wanted to in the NHL playoffs. Of course, my Pittsburgh Penguins won back-to-back Stanley Cups, so how about that? I'm not. Isn't that fantastic? That hadn't been done since the New York Rangers did it. So how do you like that? But more importantly, San Diego Chargers, and it leads me back to what I was trying to allude to, was that the Chargers have not been that good historically. Now, in all fairness, I give props to Phillip Rivers as a quarterback, but not a great quarterback. And I believe unless he wins one like Eli Manning, 2 Super Bowls, Ben Roethlisberger, 2 Super Bowls, and attended a 3rd. Phillip Rivers will not be known as great. He's just really good. Now, that is from a statistical and championship standpoint. Okay, the guy's he has plenty of kids. Everybody knows that about Phillip Rivers. I believe he's a Mormon from Utah, played Utah, so forth. So that could have something to do with it. Maybe, I don't know. But leave it to Phillip Rivers to have all these kids. But what's really cool about Phillip Rivers is that he is a leader. He is a leader off the field. He has done a lot in San Diego. There's a lot of conversation. I've spoken about this on a previous show here on the RootDogShow.com, and go to SeatGiant.com to get your tickets. You use the code RootDog, you get a little something off. So there's a wing for you there. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm going to see Metallica at the end of the month in 9 days. In fact, with my best friend at the Rose Bowl. So I'm really happy about that. Really happy about it because the last, and most people don't know this, and I'm going to spill my tea, is that I was born on 9/11. 2001, here comes the entire landscape change for the world. I had a concert I was going to attend that very night to see Sabotage. Most people don't know who Sabotage is. You probably do.
And isn't that interesting? Sabotage and 911. Wow.
Yeah, that's versus Sabotage. But anyway, so yeah, indicative nonetheless. So here I am waiting to go. I lived in Fresno at the time. I traveled down to Southern California just to go to theater down in Costa Mesa, California. Most people don't know where that is. To attend this concert. Tickets were gotten. We were already there. A whole trip was planned. My best friend did numbers. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. But anyway, make a long story short, didn't happen. And now I have an opportunity to go see Metallica. Probably my last concert ever because I'm up there. And I don't want to get in a mosh pit and all that stuff. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm in it to enjoy the music, okay? I'm in it to enjoy the music. As a matter of fact, the last concert I went to, last one I went to was to see Rush out in Concord, California, up in the Bay Area when I resided there. So great stuff. Anyway, back to San Diego Chargers. Their fans were really upset, very, very upset. Matter of fact, movers from Ryder, U-Haul, denied helping the Chargers organization relocate these guys to Los Angeles because they were leaving San Diego, leaving the fans, leaving Qualcomm.
Yeah.
And
they're not happy.
No, and you know what? They're still not happy. As a matter of fact, the measure that was being floated around there was waiting for some type of signatures, autographs to occur to keep the Chargers in San Diego failed. It was Measure M, I believe. I could be mistaken. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, you will be attending some of these games. I will have the fortune of going to Pac-12 Media Day in 6 days, covering for SB Nation and SB Nation Radio, interviewing a lot of coaches, athletes, and just basically soaking in the entire experience. It's not the SBs. I know. People are disappointed, scratching their head.
Yeah, SBs are cool.
SBs are very cool. Yeah, the red carpet was red, as in hot, on fire. My head is burnt. So it's now barely recovering. So a fresh shave certainly helped that out. But, Patricia, I look at what you have going on. I look at the Glow series. I look at its success going now into season 2. Do you foresee a season 3? If season 2 goes off without a hitch?
I don't think it's going to stop. And for us girls, like I said, I'm going to plug a few things real quick, which will be the Afterglow Fan Party Cruise. Okay, March 4th to March 11th, 7 days, and that is afterglow@sea.com. Go and register, book your cabin because it's awesome, and you get to be with 12 of us original Glow girls. So we're doing that. We have a red carpet coming up in Las Vegas, a media push. Myself and Roxy will be there. Andre the Giant, great indie wrestler, love her. She's amazing. She's hands down a really good wrestler. We're doing so many things. I have a book coming out. I just read for a movie called The Last Evangelist. So, and they're coming to interview me on my personal real life story. So I've got a book. I've got Lifetime wanted to do my life story years ago, and I turned him down. I wasn't ready. So now all this is coming to fruition because of the Netflix. All of it, it's like now it's time to strike. Plus, we're not getting any younger, right? Even though we still look pretty good, right?
Yeah, I guess if you want to call it that. I mean, I'm not modest. I'm actually quite humble, and in some cases, I feel my age. Someone says, "Hey, you have a great radio voice." Yeah, you should see the rest of me. No, kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But you got a lot of things going on. Where can everybody find this? Where can they go to get these tickets?
We're glowing everywhere. Sunny is shining everywhere. I'm always shining. Sunny's on top of this mountain in California, but I will be out. Patricia Summerland. I have 2 Facebook accounts because I'm getting overwhelmed with friend requests. I had to open up another account as Patricia Summerland Glow Sunny or Sunny Glow. I get it backwards. Whatever. You can find me. Just Google me. I'm there. From my Playboy, by the way, I have another Playboy in the works. The first one was a rock issue. This one's going to be about hot-looking grandmothers out there who are busy, who have, I don't know, let's say they're a cop, they're a fireman, they're whatever they are. This is based on their life, and they're hot with no plastic surgery. The glamorous glamours.
Glamours. I've heard that before.
Ready to go. And Roxy's got some things going that involves all of us girls, so we've got that. That's another movie, just putting it out there.
Wow. You loaded. You got a lot of stuff going on here. Got a lot of stuff going on. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Joined by Patricia Summerland of Glow, and now everything's aglow. Everything's glowing. The dollars, without dollars, it makes no sense kind of glow. At least that's my interpretation of it.
And by the way, you want me to do a rap too before we go? Because I've got it pulled up here. Because I forget, because I've had, let's see, 8 concussions? Yeah, 8 concussions.
8 concussions? I couldn't tell.
Says, Honey, do your rap. And they always put me on. I'm like, okay, I can do 3 words. But due to Sylvester Boiler, I can do my whole rap. So it's good. So you ready?
Go ahead. Rap and roll.
Right. I'm totally California, dude. I'm always red and never rude. I had to get that in, Rudy.
You wrote that. You wrote that with me in mind. I could tell. I already. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen.
This was one of my original raps. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You made that up in your sleep, kind of thing. Is that what happened there?
I never. Yeah, I was.
That's good.
I'm out.
I don't know how to rap. I know Reynolds rap.
And never rude. My Malibu punch just says it all. I'll spike you like a volleyball.
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah.
Burns like like a knife.
Of course, you've heard our rap, our actual count,
I never knew sports person could rap.
Wrestling.
Yeah, I never knew that. I never knew sports women could. Well, it's always a secondary career. If you got a hot beat, right. You could trend the beat and just kind of do the whole, that kind of thing. Yeah. Have to find yourself a DJ. I am not him. I know how to operate a mixer, but I'm not. I'm furthest from a DJ. I do like vinyl, but I stay away from that DJ. That requires mastering, and that is not me. So it's not my thing. Not my thing at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by Patricia Summerland, doing great things for Glow herself. And look, a fan page would be in order, Patricia. I'm just throwing out there. And your cats, of course. I can't forget the word. I can't forget the cats. I'm just throwing out there. Oh, my goodness gracious. Puss in Boots. That's the name I have. Oh, wait. That's a total Netflix thing. Anyway. So, it's my guilty pleasure show. I admit it. Yes, I'm putting it right here on the Rude Dog Show. That Puss in Boots is my favorite Netflix show, at least right now. And I'm going to try to look past all of and I'm going to watch Glow. Everybody should look and check out Glow on Netflix in season 2. Joined by Patricia Summit. She's been an absolute delight. Thank you so much, Patricia. I enjoy you having you here on the show. And I'm going to have you back again because we were talking offline about possibly getting the Hulkster himself. You got it, brother. Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
Here on the show. Hopefully that was a good impression. I don't know.
Good.
Okay. I'll have to practice that. I'll have to do that for him on the show. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rudy Reyes on the Rude Dog Show, joined by Patricia Summerland of Glow. Everything's going with her today. She's busy. So, Patricia, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
You're so very welcome, Rudy. It was my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
I'm listening to Rude Dog Radio.
I'll be honest with you.
I have plugged my radio show, AmericanAdversaries.com. Listen in to me. It's Sunday at 4 p.m.
Hard at work.
Talk and also sports, but meets wrestling.
Wow.
It's a little bit of everything. And we have sports guests. We have wrestling guests. Could have you on.
Hey, I'm ready. Let's go. I was born for this. I was born for this.
MMA, UFC, yeah.
It sounds good to me. Last but not least, we were talking about UFC, and then I'll let you go. We're talking about UFC and how women are making strides in the UFC. This is an important topic, something I wanted to touch on. I don't believe without Glow you'd have women in the UFC. I think it would have taken a lot longer for them to become the powerhouses that they are in the UFC right now. And here's why. Glow did a lot of things for women back then, even though it was more for entertainment purposes, more for children to tune into, listen to, watch, check out, look at all the colorful people on the show. But most importantly, those girls that were watching it are probably now in the UFC. I guarantee if I was to ask some of them, they would have the same conversations. Yeah, I remember Glow. I remember Sunny. I remember Sunny.
Yes. Yes.
But
and this is true. I mean, yeah, I think UFC, I got to do some, some kickboxing with Jackie. And forgive me, but I forgot her last name, and she was one of the pros, one of the best. She's I don't know, this was in the early 90s. And so they heard of Glow. She knew of me. I was like, wow, this is crazy. But yeah, I think the spin-off, as we say, the beginning, there's always a beginning and the end. So let's go before Glow, Mae Young. We got to give props to the first wrestlers back in the 50s and 60s.
There you go.
There was us, okay?
Yeah.
The 80s girls.
But nobody really watched them back then, though.
And now they want to go UFC into wrestling, and the wrestlers want to go into UFC. So yeah, like I said, it's a crossover, and it's great. Ronda Rousey went in, Dwayne Johnson got her in there. She wrestled.
Yeah, exactly.
She's good. Again, she's really good at her craft, but wrestling's a whole different entity. They are all separate. I mean, for instance, look at the boxing match coming up, and you know I'm going to watch it.
Well, of course, who isn't going to watch that? Who isn't going to watch it? It's more of a circus, though. It's more of a circus, though. It really is. It's a media circus. I don't like media circuses. I get it's designed to build the hype. I get it. I understand it. I don't bite into it. It's just not for me. It's not my thing. But for everybody else, it seems to be, and it seems to be working for them. They're pumping this up to be one of the most, and I call this a crossover fight. I call it a crossover fight. Most people want to see this as a boxing match. Most people don't know that Conor McGregor was a boxer for 3+ years and can match toe-to-toe with basically anybody except for moving up to the next class. But that's another story.
Except for Mayweather, who killed it in every single match, and he won the purse. I mean,
he did, but this is going to be more than boxing. It's going to be more than boxing, though, Sonny. You have to admit that. You're going to see kicks. You're going to see uppercuts with the foot, everything else. Oh, man, it's going to be epic. I can't wait for this fight. I don't have a dog in the fight, but if I did, it would have to be McGregor. It'd have to be McGregor. Yeah.
You're going for the underdog?
Yeah. I always go for the underdog because I am the underdog. That's all. The underdog, the rude dog, whatever. You know, I'm still DOG. I'll tell you a quick story. Went in to buy a hat because I have like 50 of them of all different flavors, sizes, and things like that.
I collect hats.
I have tons of them. You're fortunate. I'm not wearing one now. So I went in to get my name, my nickname, Rude Dog, on the back of my hat. So I go in and I leave it there. He said, "Well, come back in 10 minutes and it'll be ready to go." So then leave, come back 10 minutes. It was hacked. The look on the guy's face after he destroyed my hat was that of pure and utter sympathy. He says, "Look," he says, "I can't replace the hat because I already tried on another hat that I had identical to yours. It didn't work on that hat either." I said, "Oh, great. Now what?" He says, "You pick any hat in here that you want. It's yours." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm a Pirates fan. Me and the Pittsburgh Pirates follow each other. They're 4 games back. They're playing right now. Leads 4-2 against Milwaukee, bottom 6. And I said, and I tried the hat on when I came in the first time to drop off the hat. So I left with that gold hat, which is perfect. Nice. And I still wear it when my head isn't oily. But anyway. Oh, no. He gave me that hat. He gave me that hat back. Yeah. So I took it home. And I carved all the jacked up letters out of it, and the only ones that weren't jacked up is the word dog. So I said, okay, I'm going to have a dog hat then. I'm just going to leave it in a dog hat. Anyway, so, it's one of those things. Great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, my gosh. Enjoyed by Patricia Summerland. Hey, when you want me on the show, let me know.
Yes.
Yes, let me know, please, because I'll be dying to get on. I'll be crawling. I'll be scratching at the door. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rudy Reyes with the delightful, pleasant Patricia Summerland. Patricia, I wish you the best in everything that you have going on. I'm so excited to finally get you here on the show, and we'll talk about it into season 3. Whoop whoop. So we'll do it in season 3. I just dated myself with that, by the way. Again, another dating factor. But anyway, thank you again, and I will be posting this on the RudeDogShow.com, so please check it out, and go vote Glow. Keep Glow in Netflix. Keep going to season 3, 4, 5, 6.
Glowing everywhere.
Everything will be glowing. I will be glowing because I'll have the glowy.
You are glowing right now.
Am I? Or is it the sunlight? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it could be the sunlight. Anyway, this is Rudy Reyes with Patricia Summerland on the RudeDogShow.com.
Yes.